Hi, I'm Trish. Happy Valentine's Day and welcome back to my kitchen. Today we are making potato soup. This recipe is for my friend Caitlin, who has wanted to learn to make more soups for the cold weather we've been having. What we're going to need is potatoes, carrots, an onion, celery, and milk. It's pretty straightforward, so most everyone can make this with what we have in the refrigerator. We don't need any special spices, and it's quick and easy. It also stores well, so if you want to make this ahead on a weekend when you have more time and put it in the freezer until a weeknight when you're busy, this is an ideal soup for that. It freezes well, it stores well. So let's get started. What we're going to do first is chop our vegetables, our celery and our carrots and our onion, and then we're going to peel our potatoes and we'll slice those into cubes. When I buy celery in the grocery store, I save the end and I put it in water and root it, and it makes a new one. To root the celery and make a whole new celery stalk, I have sliced off the bottom, which was dirty and dead, and I'm going to put it in a bowl of water and just set it in the windowsill. All of our vegetables are chopped, so I'm going to add them to the pot. We've got celery, sweet onion, carrot, and our potatoes. With our vegetables in the pot, we'll add some water. Again, the measurements don't have to be exact, and while this is going to be a cream-based soup, we are going to cook our vegetables in the water first. We'll then retain the water and we'll add to that. I'm going to set this on the stove. I have this on the stove. I'm going to bring it to a simmer on low heat. I'm going to cover it. Each week I try to donate 3 hours of my time somewhere in the community to make the world a better place. I feel like I have more than I deserve, and I've been extremely lucky. And to whom much has been given, much is expected. So today I am going to help a cat named Seabreeze, who was unfortunately orphaned after her human passed away unexpectedly, and she is now at the shelter. So I am going to take pictures of Seabreeze and make a video and promote her on social media, and hopefully we can help her connect with a new family that loves her. And thankfully this soup has a very forgiving cook time. So I'm going to set that on low, and I'll be gone for about an hour and 15 minutes. I'm back from volunteering with my hands washed and clothes changed, so we'll check our soup and see how it's going. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. Our soup has simmered for about an hour and a half. If you have longer chores to do or errands to run, you can even turn this off. It really only needs about 15 minutes of cooking, but it's hard to overcook it. I'm going to take a fork and gently mash these potatoes and make this kind of creamy. As you can see, our soup is perfect right now. If your family prefers a vegan diet, it's acceptable to serve it just as it is. You can also add some almond milk if you want to give it a creamier texture. Caitlin, since I'm making this soup for you, I know you're not a vegetarian. You can add ham to this or bacon. If you are vegetarian, I frequently add some lentils that are already cooked, and that gives it a little bit of extra protein. You can also puree some chickpeas in the blender and add that. That keeps it vegan. For me, I am going to add butter because that is my favorite thing in the whole world. I'm also going to add half a brick of cream cheese. And I'm going to add a little splash of milk. I'm going to turn the burner back on. And I'm going to stir this and babysit this a little bit until these items melt and it's well blended. You can actually make this soup with potato flakes if you would rather. I like a chunkier texture to it. It makes it feel a little more like a meal. So I prefer that I find chunks of potatoes in here. I don't eat clams, but I think that you could even put clams in this if that's something that your family enjoys, and you could make this a clam chowder. If you want your soup to be vegan, but you like the thicker, creamier texture and don't want to add cream cheese or butter, you can also mix a tablespoon of cornstarch into some cold water, make it kind of a liquid form, and pour it into your soup. That way, if you're using a nut-based milk, it gives it a little creamier texture and makes it look like you've maybe added some sour cream or cream cheese. Okay, this looks just about ready, and I think we're ready to plate this. Here's our gorgeous potato soup. It is ready just the way it is. Of course, if you want to be a little extra, you can always take a little bit of parsley and sprinkle that on the top. Ooh, isn't that pretty?